There are 5 screws located on the back of the Cen-Tech. Leave the center screw and release the corner screws. This will allow us to get inside the Cen-Tech. Once the 4 screws are removed, ensure to use care as the speaker is mounted to the inside of the lid and then connected to the circuit board as well. We don't want to rip those wires. What makes the Cen-Tech crappy, I guess, is this switch. It is the weak link in this device. My suggestion is get rid of it. In order to do that, we're going to snip it as close as we can to the switch. Once we've got that switch removed, you want to strip these wires and tin them. What I mean by tinning is adding a little bit of solder to each end of the wire. That way we'll be able to get it to adhere to the switch later. Alright, now we're going to solder the switch to those red and black wires. It doesn't really matter which one goes where. You're going to want to super glue the motor where you see the red arrow in the picture. Alright, this next part was the most difficult part of this project. And that is basically locating a power source that is supplied only when metal is in close proximity. It took me a little while, but I was able to figure it out. Where we're going to solder this motor into is the capacitor labeled BZ. That's Bravo Zulu. That capacitor is located on the bottom right of the board if the probe is pointing towards the left. Okay, now it does matter what wire goes where. The red, or the positive, will go to the left leg of that capacitor, and the black wire, or negative, will go to the right leg of that capacitor. So I learned this while making my Cen-Tech video. Don't use the cotton swab part to stick into your super glue, because if you do, it'll do something like this. Now, hold on a second. See it?
Oh yeah.
That is extremely toxic and will kill you in 4.7.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's pretty cool. Alright, now you're going to want to remove and get rid of one of those nuts, the lock washer, and the slot washer. All these are going to do is take up room and make it more difficult to fit that switch in there. What we're going to do though is replace those items we took off with 2 1.5 inch diameter washers. Alright, now we're going to put both halves of the pinpointer together, using care to ensure that one of those 1/2 inch washers is on the inside of the housing and the other is on the outside of the housing. What I mean by that is we still want the washer on the outside of the housing in that 1/2 inch recessed square opening. Alright, now comes the messy work. We're going to fill in that recessed area with some silicone rubber. This is going to seal it against moisture and or dust. Going to look pretty ugly at first, but if we use a clean, damp paper towel, we can go ahead and clean that up, make her look pretty. I also used the edge of a popsicle stick to kind of scrape it flat. You're going to want to let this switch sit face up so that silicone can dry or gel at least overnight.
Okay everybody, the Cen-Tech mod is done. I'm going to show you how it works. So we'll just put this pair of needle nose right next to it. And we should get a buzzer and the buzz. And that's how it's done. Thanks for watching.